Overseas Opportunities and Careers for Pharmacists by Dr. Akram Ahmad. We are pleased to hand over the session to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
welcome you again, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, hi guys. This is Dr. Akram here. So, I'm an Indian physician. I completed my diploma in pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, and PharmD from Tamil Nadu. And I worked basically 7 years in India, Malaysia, in Australia. So around 11 years, I have a teaching experience for pharmacy practice, clinical pharmacy, pharmacotherapy subjects. So today I'm going to discuss regarding the opportunities for you in Australia, in New Zealand. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can directly ask me in Hindi, English. You also can ask, in Tamil and Malayalam if any student wants, whatever language you are comfortable, you can ask. So Abdul Razak already in your college, I think. And yeah, so please, and even if you cannot ask, if you are online, you can just type your question, or maybe directly, you can ask. You are in your college and you are in basically a seminar hall. You can ask to Razak, and he may ask me the questions. So we'll try to give you a clear picture, basically, regarding the opportunities for you in abroad, especially in Australia and New Zealand. So what are the steps you need to complete, and how much money basically you need to invest in this whole process, and how much time it may take for you to migrate to Australia. So we'll cover all those topics regarding the exam, visa, job opportunities in Australia, salaries, anything, any questions related to that in your mind, please do ask me. Okay. So academically, AI is a healthcare global academy, and we provide the assistance for you to migrate in abroad. So whether it is a pharmacist, medical doctor, nurses, physiotherapists, any healthcare professional degree holder who are looking to migrate in abroad, we help them to complete the process, and so easily they can migrate to the desired country, especially in Australia, New Zealand, or Canada, US, UK, Middle East countries. We are offering so many courses for different countries, but right now I can say the right opportunities for pharmacists to migrate to Australia. That's why we are trying to build awareness among the pharmacists, because in India a lot of pharmacists always complain in India that this course is not good and they are not getting the enough jobs, so they always think like in that negative thing in their mind. But this is not true. I'm also one of the pharmacists, Indian pharmacists. I also studied one of the college in Tamil Nadu. Now I am in Australia. So from academically, around 1,000 students already graduated. Now they are working different type of sectors in Australia. So same for you, I can say pharmacy one of the best degree for you, and it can open a lot of opportunities for you to migrate in abroad. Okay, so just don't just see the opportunities in India. You also see the opportunities in abroad, especially like Australia and New Zealand. Okay, so I'm the founder of Academically. So I'm a medical scientist. I completed my PhD from University of Sydney. So I'm working in one of the hospital here in Sydney, and I'm also involved in teaching for pharmacy practice students at the University of Sydney. So I have a teaching experience in the 3 countries, like in India, Malaysia, in Australia. I'm very familiar in these 3 countries, basically the system, how they work, and the situation there, jobs, the salaries, a lot of things, if you have in your mind, so you can do ask me. So Academically basically provides the 2 services for you. One is the study abroad. If you want to study in abroad, we can help you to get your admission done. But I personally do not recommend this pathway to go on study, because you need to spend basically 30 to 50 lakh Indian rupees to study any MS degree if you want to go like US, Canada, UK, or Australia. And second, basically we provide the services like a registration for you, so you can register yourself as a pharmacist in Australia and New Zealand, in any other country, and then you can practice there. You can start working there directly. So no need to invest any money, and no need to wait. So if you are going to study there, you have to complete your study 2 years. Then you have to start looking a job, and again for PR and all that. So it's like a long journey if you are planning to go and study there. But registration process is very easy. It's a very simple exam. You can pass in the home country, and then you can migrate to Australia. So today's session, I'm going to cover basically the pharmacist, retail pharmacist, hospital pharmacist, and the retail pharmacist. So these are the 4 occupations government give the visa basically. Okay. So if you pass the exam, then only you can apply the visa in these 4 categories. Whether you are retail pharmacist, hospital pharmacist, industrial pharmacist, or pharmacy technician. So these basically require a 3-step process you need to complete, and academically will help you to complete these process A to Z. Okay. So the first step called document verification or initial skill assessment. So they will just check your degree. So any pharmacy degree in India approved by PCI, and then it is approved basically if your college is PCI approved and you are registered pharmacist in the home country, so then you will get the assessment done, positive assessment. So all the colleges so far in our academy, not a single student got the negative outcome. Okay, so any because all the colleges are approved by PCI, Government of India. So you will get the assessment done. Okay, so we will do this process for you. You just need to provide us your documents, scan copy of your documents like your degree, your transcript, your passport, your Aadhaar card, your passport size photograph, all those relevant documents. And then next step, you need to write an exam called CAPS exam. And the full form of this exam called Knowledge Assessment of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So they just want to check your knowledge before you migrate to Australia. Okay, so though the passing marks required to pass the exam only 50% and no negative marking. So it is a very easy exam, and the exam center already available in Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon. So these are the 8 centers from Australian government or Australian Pharmacy Council. So you need to go to any of these centers and need to write this exam. Okay. So this exam they conducted yearly 3 times, like March, July, and November, yearly 3 times. Okay. And after that, you also need to pass another exam called English test, IELTS, PT, or OET. We will provide you the coaching for this also. So first step will complete, second step will provide the coaching for you 4 months to pass the exam. This is an online coaching from Australia. So and we also record the session. Basically, we take the session live, then we record. So if you miss any lecture, you can watch later on. Or if you want to see the same lecture on 2nd time, 3rd time, 4th time, you can. Okay, so we provide A to Z syllabus they will cover in this, like live sessions, study materials, plus the mock test. And English also will provide you the coaching 45 days to pass this exam. And same for hospital pharmacists. But in case of industrial pharmacist or pharmacy technician, there is no need to write any pharmacy exam. But the jobs are very low as compared to retail pharmacist or hospital pharmacist. So 90% jobs in Australia available in the retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy. Okay. And if someone is here like a university lecturer, if someone completed Master of Pharmacy, M.Pharm, PharmD, or PhD, and you have a 2-year teaching experience, you can apply as a university lecturer. But getting a visa is a little bit difficult because you need high score, like 80 to 85 points. You need to get university lecturer visa. But in case of pharmacists, you just need to have only 65 points and you will get the visa. The reason basically in Australia, we have only 8 pharmacy colleges. They are offering the pharmacy courses. But in Australia, if you see around 6,000 pharmacy colleges available, they are offering different courses like Diploma in Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, PharmD, or Master of Pharmacy. That's why they need more retail pharmacist, hospital pharmacist to work in the settings, and university lectures are very, very low jobs is there. Okay. So these are the steps to become a pharmacist in Australia and New Zealand. So there is similar steps you need to complete in order to migrate to Australia and New Zealand. So first call initial skill assessment, then CAPS exam, then English test. These three steps academically will help you to complete, so no need to worry. But there is some difference in these two countries. So first you need to decide where you want to go. For example, if you want to go to Australia, so you have to start your process with the Australian Pharmacy Council skill assessment. Or if you want to go to New Zealand, then you have to start with New Zealand Pharmacy Council your process. And secondly, the Australia does not require any work experience. So if you are just a fresher, you do not have any experience, you can apply for Australia. But New Zealand required 1 year teaching, 1 year working experience in the retail pharmacy or a hospital pharmacy. And another difference basically in Australia and New Zealand, Australia provide unlimited attempt you can take once you fail in the Australian system. But if you fail in New Zealand, you have to repeat only one more time. They only provide basically 2 attempts in New Zealand, but Australia you can take multiple attempts if you fail. But since if you join academically, you will fail. I can say there's no chance for you to fail. You will pass in your first attempt. In our previous batches, we have up to 93% student pass in their first attempt. Okay, so these are some differences in Australia and New Zealand. So skill assessment, basically we need your degree like bachelor degree or PharmD or M.Pharm, whatever you did. Your degree, your transcript, your registration, your passport, national ID or birth certificate, passport size photograph. We need all these documents for assessment. And you need to pay the fees to Australian Pharmacy Council around 1310 Australian dollar. So it is about 70,000 Indian rupees you need to pay to the Australian Pharmacy Council for the step 1 process. Okay. So this is my picture from University of Sydney. The University of Sydney, one of the top university in the world. This is the 20th rank in the world. And in pharmacy, around 7th rank in the world. Pharmacy and pharmacology. And this is one of the oldest university in Australia, or I can say around the world. They established this university 1849. So this is the first picture I have taken when I went on my first day at University of Sydney for the PhD. So this is the CAPS exam called Knowledge Assessment of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and you just need to score 50%. And the fees you need to pay basically 2230 Australian dollar to the Australian Pharmacy Council when you want to write the exam. So skill assessment and these two process around $3,540 you need to pay to that. And there is no negative marking in this exam, and you need to score only 50%. Okay, so they ask the questions from 4 domain only, like pharmaceutics, pharmacotherapy, and pharmaceutical chemistry, then pharmacology and physiology. So there is a 2 paper in the same day, and they will give you the paper 100 questions, and there is a 1 hour gap, and then paper 2. So you need to score in the both papers 50%. If you can correct 50 questions out of 100, you can pass the exam and no negative marking. So basically, if you even don't know the answer, you need to basically just guess the answer. Okay, so you can very easily you can pass this exam. And many students exam, it is an easy exam as compared to, like, if I compare this exam like a GPAT in India, so it is very, very easy compared to GPAT and NIPER. Or I also can compare this exam like NAPLEX for US and PEBC for Canada, because Canada for PEBC you need to at least score 60% and 10% in case. So many students fail, around 80% fail and 20% pass. But in Australia, 93% pass and very few of them only fail. So the chancing, your chance to get pass the exam, getting a visa, very high for Australia. So once you give the exam, within 2 to 3 weeks, you will get the result. And then after that, you can apply the visa and start looking a job. So the exam centers are available in Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Pune, Mumbai, then Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. So these are the 8 centers available for the exam. And the exam conducting basically like March, July, and November. Yearly 3 times you can write this exam. So this is article from Pharma Tutor, and they're saying that 90% student pass in the previous batch student. So basically, there were 60 students sit in the exam, and 57 out of 60 pass the exam in first attempt. So passing is not a problem. So easily you can pass the exam. And then you also need to write this English test. We'll provide you the coaching for this exam. So you have to pass, maybe one of the exams you need to pass like IELTS, OET, or PTE exam. Anyone, and you need to go for academic one, academic module for IELTS or academic for PT. In PT, you need to score 65 in individual band, and IELTS also required that 7 individual band, and OET required B. Okay, and then you have to score for industrial pharmacist. So assessment, then there's no basically pharmacy exam, but you must have at least 1 year experience in working in the industry. So same for pharmacy technician, no need to pharmacy exam, but 1 year experience is mandatory. Then you just need to pass the English test, then we will file your EYN visa. So options for pharmacist, the visa, you can apply for 190 visa, 491, 482, 494. There are so many visa available for you once you pass these 2 exams, the CAPS exam plus English. And there is no need to have any sponsor. Okay. So first job, basically, you can work in Australia as an intern pharmacist. Intern is not free job. Like if you are a PharmD student in India, PharmD student has to do 1 year internship and it is free of cost. Okay, but in Australia, they will pay for you around $30 per hour, or I can say 3 to 3.5 lakh Indian rupees per month you can earn while you are doing your internship. Once you completed your internship, then you can work as a retail pharmacist, hospital pharmacist. The salary will goes very high. Okay, and then same for consultant pharmacist, clinical pharmacist also you can become. So average salary basically around 100,000 yearly for pharmacists, and I can say monthly up to 5 lakh per month. Every time it takes 6 months to 1 year to complete the whole process. Here are some of the reviews from the academically, and these are the WhatsApp for the Abdul Sadiq Amin from our team. And you also can email us. Please visit our Academically AI website. And also you can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We provide a lot of content wherever the jobs opportunity for pharmacists. So I make new videos and provide the assistance for pharmacists to migrate abroad. Okay. So now I'm happy to take your questions. So if you have any questions, and thanks for listening with your great patience. Please ask the questions. Yes, please do ask the question. Any questions? Any question? Those are in the room, or any doubt or any questions?
So thank you, sir, for your valuable presentation.
Is there any question from faculty side?
Yes, sir. Just for 5 minutes, sir. We'll talk to the students and come to you again, sir.
Sure,
Thank
sure,
you,
sure.
sir. Okay.
Thank you. We also have a form in the chat box. So if you can share this link to the student can fill in their mobile phone or laptop, and then they can ask the question or their queries. So we will call them and try to resolve their queries, whatever they have regarding the Australia, New Zealand to market.
Thank you, sir, for your feedback form. We send you the link to our students group, and after that, our students filled the form, sir.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Do they have any questions, sir?
Abdul, if you can just speak in Tamil and
Sir, sure, sir. I will take care and
Yeah, you can take their questions and you can ask, sir. Sir will revert you.
sure, sir. Sure, I'll handle it.
I mean, you can request now in Tamil, maybe so they may ask some questions in Tamil.
You're not audible, Abdul.
Sir, I will discuss with the students, sir. Post that, I will come back to you, sir, in the feedback form.
Okay, so they do have any question or they do not have?
Sir, like I will discuss with the students. Post the section completed, I will handle them and I will come back to you, sir, with the
Sure.
feedback form.
Sure. So the sir will drop off now, right?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है.